Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Old Time Rock and Roll. I'm your host, David Tear, where I've been featuring my personal top 3,000 songs of the rock era from 1954 to 1999. And today I'm up to song number 2679, and that one is The Lion Sleeps Tonight by Robert John. I'm going to get to the song in a minute, but it actually has several recordings of the song. One of those songs that just has dozens of recordings. I'm not going to go through all of them. I'm also not going to go through the history of Robert John. I already featured, here's a picture of him. And I already featured one of his songs early on my list. That was his number one song, Sad Eyes, which came in and just barely made my list at number 2958. This one came in a little higher at 2679. He's not really one of my favorite artists. He didn't have a lot of hit songs. Another one I know of was Hey There, Lonely Girl. That's a song I really hate. Even the original version. I don't care for either versions of this song. And Robert John managed to screw it up even worse, in my opinion. But I think he did a okay version of The Lion Sleeps Tonight, actually. And now I'm going to go through the history of the song. So it has a very long history. I don't think it's even known where this song originated or how it originated. It's believed to be a Zulu hymn from I don't know when it was written. At least no later than the 1930s, because the first hit version of it was this one I'm showing here. That was by um, Linda Scott and uh, Linda Scott's original Evening Birds. I guess they were a folk group in the 1930s. They had the first hit version of this song. Here's a picture of it. It had several other hit versions. I'm just going to go through a few of them. In 1952, the Weavers had a hit version that went to number six. In 1961, the Tokens actually had a number one, the only number one version of this song, at least not only number one in USA. This was the Tokens were a doo-wop group from the early '60s. I think they had a few other hits, but The Lion Sleeps Tonight was their biggest one, most well known. That one's coming up much later on my list, by the way. And then who else did a version? Robert John did the version I'm featuring today. His version went to number three. Um, didn't quite make number one. Actually, I learned something interesting before I go to Robert John. I should have mentioned Henry Salvador. He had a version that went to number one in France in 1962, right after the Tokens. And it's kind of funny because it was in French, but the French translation is "The Lion Died Tonight," which I thought was kind of funny. I just learned that today. So I guess it translates differently in different languages, and maybe people have different interpretations of this song. I like the line "sleeps tonight" better. I don't like him having died because I like lions. I mean, you know. Anyway, enough of that. But yeah, then Robert John, like I said, had a hit version number three. That's what I preach today. And finally, 1982, there was a British band called Tight Fit. And they had a version that went to number one in the UK in 1982. So those are some kind of notable hit versions of the song. But like I said, there were dozens of recordings of this song because it was a very popular song, which is why so many artists covered it. And I guess that completes my profile on The Lion Sleeps Tonight by Robert John. Thank you for watching. You guys rock, and this lion says thank you, and I do too. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.